Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sergio Aguero to review today. Now, I know this one's a little bit late because it's either I get the cards or I don't, my dudes. I have to start making a lot of money on my main account, so that way I can do reviews for most of the players. A player review like Aguero at 2 million coins is a lot of coins, obviously, and we're just going to see it from the quality that he offers in game. This video might be a fodder upload because it's a little bit late to upload Aguero, but I upload these videos regardless because people are always curious about these types of players anyways, right? So with Aguero's card, ladies and gentlemen, me and him, we don't have a good bond together. You know, Aguero has never been a card that I liked in FIFA, ever. He's had Team of the Season cards, Team of the Year cards. You know how, like, when you play FIFA, there's just certain cards that you just absolutely hate because they offer nothing to you? Aguero is unfortunately one of those guys for me, right? So maybe I have to say that because a lot of people like Aguero, okay? Maybe my opinion changes this time. I don't think it will, though, but we'll see. I don't know. It's maybe it's because of the 5'8" height. I don't know what it is. Dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, I've used Ryan Kent as a striker, and Ryan Kent is a great striker. So if this guy sucks, it's over for me and Aguero, man. We're looking at a card that is 5'8" with high medium work rates, 4-star, 4-star. So we're already off to a hot start because, you know, 5'8" height, ladies and gentlemen, it's not ideal if you want to be using him in a lone striker position, obviously, because having a physical presence is the most ideal situation. You know, having someone like a Richarlison in your team is always a nice thing because Richarlison offers everything that you need in a lone striker position. Aguero, it might be more of a situation if you use him in a two-striker formation, but regardless, in the one-striker formation, we need to see what his off-the-ball movement is like. If he doesn't utilize space the way that he should, I'm gonna be pissed, okay? So, in regards to his traits, he doesn't have the outside foot shot or the finesse shot. So those are the two traits that are very important for strikers, so we're off to a bad start in regards to that. In regards to his actual stats, though, he's 97 acceleration with 92 sprint speed. He has pretty much perfect shooting. But perfect shooting in FIFA, like, you still got to do the three main ways of scoring because, as you guys know, finishing in FIFA is just super weird, right? Passing stats are kind of there, obviously, with short passing at 95, long passing at 73. He's a striker. You're going to mostly be using short passing anyway, so it's not really a big deal there. Dribbling should be perfect. He should be one of the most responsive players in game. This guy should feel faster than a rare gold Messi. But, you know, rare gold Messi, he still has his own characteristics that makes him a beast, right? In regards to physical, he actually has physical stats, which is even more interesting, right? He has 89 strength with 95 stamina, 97 jumping. Jumping doesn't really matter too much for me because I don't really jump in the air with these players because I don't really cross the ball too often. Jumping is more relevant if it's like I'm going from the defense to the attack, and the way that the guy's putting pressure against me, I kind of need Aguero to be able to win the ball. So that's what it would be more than anything. But with this Aguero card, guys, you know, we're going to be using him as a lone striker. I have Richarlison playing as a cam, who can play the cam position really well, by the ways. I kind of want to use my actual tactics here just to see how he moves around the pitch like this with balanced instructions. We'll tell him to come back to. Why not? We'll tell him to come back to. These guys can all come back because they actually have stamina on them as well. And then the CDM, stay back while attacking, cover center. Fullback, stay back while attacking. Bada bing, bada boom. So that's how we're gonna use Aguero. We don't really use other formations and whatnot because I like to be linear with the formations because you can get a good idea of what they would play like in other formations. Like, I don't need to switch from like a 4-1-2-2 to a 4-3-1-2 to a 4-4-2 to understand how a player is going to move around the pitch. The two formations with the 4-1-2-2 and the 4-2-3-1 is mostly okay, right? Depends on the player, but those are the formations we mostly use because it just makes the most sense to do the reviews for. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into a game. Check out the card. Hopefully he's a beast. Alright, how fast do you dribble? Oh, that's the wrong skill move, EA. I mean, in all fairness to the card, he dribbles pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. The dribbling is definitely noticeable on the card. He's pretty fast with it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Oh, could this be the year that I actually like Aguero? Could this potentially be the year that I like Aguero? Because you know what it is, man. That responsiveness that this card has right now is kind of crazy. And it's working really well, especially because of how much I hate the unresponsive gameplay in this game. It's compensating, I'll tell you that much. Oh yes, and then you can make that sideways pass. Let's go. Offside, but he's got the necessary passing stat to do the little pass right there at the angle. So I just was a little bit too late there. Huh, not super aggressive right there. He's not one of those strikers that push to the side instantly either. Like, he kind of like sticks to his position quite nicely. See what you do over here. Okay, so he's aggressive but goes back into position really quickly. Boom, boom. Oof. The fake shot from that certain pass right there was actually really smooth. Aw, dude. You see that part right there? Like the touch and go part of the card? That's what I'm really liking about it so far. Those 99s for the dribbling, it's being really noticeable. I'm going to tell you guys that much right now. He likes to make sure that he gets back into the center position really quickly. And his drag backs come off so fast as well. Like, I just kind of wanted to test that. But now I want to kind of test, like, this part right here. Bam. And shoot the goal. Shoot the opportunity. Shoot the goal, you know, because I'm a little bit thing. So, guys, listen, hey. Finally, there's a year I actually like this card. Finally, okay? Because the thing about cards for me nowadays is that I aim for responsiveness, right? And obviously the card moves really, really fast. And that's a very important thing. I actually like that on balance instructions, he's not one of those strikers, like, you know how when I was reviewing Mariano the other day, he likes to push to the sides? Aguero likes to push to the side sometimes, but even if he does, he goes right back into the striker position, which I absolutely love. Very, very important for me in regards to making him a very good striker. So finally, man, he's actually worth the coins if you buy him. Like, you know, like the height's obviously not a bothersome thing because of the fact that he compensates so well for it by being super fast in the dribbles, getting into the empty space. I'm not noticing a lot of getting behind runs. I need to test him out in one more game to see if he does it a little bit more often, because he doesn't often do getting behind runs, but I have to really find myself in certain situations to see if he puts himself in those situations quickly, you know? Because he kind of felt like a little bit target man-ish, you know? And then sometimes he made the run. I need to experiment with it a little bit more for sure. Okay, Aguero, you're showing me defensive presence? Relax, buddy. Okay, I get it. He's trying to show up right now because of all the years I've hated this card, you know? He's trying his best, though. See, the thing I'm going to tell you guys about cards like this, and I hate that this is a variable that you have to consider for FIFA, but it is regardless. The reason why Aguero's card is going to be nice, ladies and gentlemen, is because of the fact that he will compensate for bad gameplay really, really nicely, right? So that's a very, very important thing for this card. How fast are you going to get back into the center back position? Ah, rotation policy with other players. Now Richarlison is playing striker. Now he rotates to his position. Okay. I mess with that. Wow, that's completely the wrong player. Richarlison was a great position right there. But, I mean, I like that rotation policy, man. It's actually pretty good because if Richarlison is rotating between him and Aguero in that situation, like, not bad. They could both play those positions really nicely. I have to tell him to come close because I hate when I do like a 1-2 pass. I don't like doing 1-2 passes in this game because it's better you just do this with using the L1, because the runs that he'll make afterwards are way better because they don't run in like a straight line, you know? His off-the-ball movement, it's not super special in all fairness. Like, I prefer Vardy's off-the-ball movement. It's funny because, like, I think Aguero's stats are way better than Vardy's, but Vardy's off-the-ball movement is just something that I absolutely love for my strikers. And Aguero's not really moving like that in all fairness. Like, he feels really, really target man-oriented, which is very strange. Yeah, he just feels really target man-oriented, which you can work with, obviously, right? It's not, like, a terrible thing, but it's not something that I'd prefer my strikers to do, if that makes sense. Okay, guys, so since my team is moving very generically right now, we need to actually keep them on balance with players in the box set to 1. We don't want them to be super aggressive. Like, Salah is definitely doing his characteristic of cutting inside constantly, but this guy is one of those, I'm going to defend like crazy tactics because I'm so good at defending abusing these mechanics. So I have to find a way to get that finesse shot angle with Salah, or hope that my players make good off-the-ball movement, because Aguero will not offer crazy off the ball movement for you. That's one thing that I'm gonna 100% say about this card is that the combo that Vardy and Richarlison and Griezmann even has in a team that offers you this extra width and space in a team for the attack is just insane, right? Like Aguero, in regards to that, isn't good. It's like a Mane situation. Like I didn't like Mane's off the ball movement, but I liked how he felt in general. Like all of his stats were perfect, and it feels the same way with Aguero except for the height part. But the off the ball movement I don't like because he feels really target man oriented, and it makes the team super stagnant, right? Near post strike, there you go. Just Ndidi and Conte together is brilliant. There's no problem with that. It's just the off-the-ball movement in the attack. Like, Richarlison's the only one, like, you see how he's always moving constantly? Aguero doesn't do that, my dude. Get yourself in a good position. Oh my god, a team of the season. A team of the season Aguero's missing now with perfect shooting. Oh my goodness. Because it's not the three main... It's one of those days where I'm going to talk about the gameplay. It is. For this video, it's going to be one of those videos, my dudes. So I don't stream this game consistently, man. Team of the season Aguero is not going to finish that because I'm not going to finish that because I don't do the near post strike, the heel to heel flick to get past the goalkeeper, or the ball roll touch. Like, it's just dumb, dude. Alright guys, other than the fact that I hate EA's illogical way of doing their gameplay because they absolutely have zero idea how to do it, we're going to have a final verdict on Aguero's card. Now, I think this Aguero card is in a similar boat as Mane. Now, this does not make the player good, and it doesn't make the player bad, okay? I don't like his off-the-ball movement. I loved Vardy's off-the-ball movement. If you were to tell me, right, that Sergio Aguero would have the off-the-ball movement like Vardy, right, with stats like that and movement like that, I would actually like this card a lot. Now, the finish in one of the clips, I can't even blame him for because it's not the way that FIFA wants you to finish. It's not like, oh, it makes sense for me to do this in this situation. Like, even if I finesse shot it, right, it's inconsistent because it's not one of the three main ways of scoring the game. It's not a FIFA finish, right? And I hate that. He should be scoring that opportunity with a 4-star weak foot, 99 composure, 99 finishing, and 95 shot power, which I think the chemistry style actually makes it essentially perfect, right? There's no reason for him to miss that situation, but I can't blame him for that. That's because it's a FIFA mechanic that they're not consistent, especially with players like this. I thought his movement on the ball was great, though. His dribbling is super, super, super responsive. If you get yourself into the spaces, he'll score the opportunities really nicely if you do the consistent ones, right? But the off-the-ball movement, it wasn't great, man. In this team in particular, right? And this is for the guy that that gives me this account for me to do these reviews and whatnot. The off-the-ball movement in this team for a 4-2-3-1, if you do end up choosing to use that, it's not good, man. Like, in my opinion, this could be completely opinion oriented, 100%. You know how sometimes you guys look at players like this and you're like, wow, this is a really good team. 100%, right? But in regards to how Salah moves with Overmars and Aguero, terrible. Aguero with Overmars and Salah, terrible. I really don't like Overmars' card. Again, this doesn't really make the card bad. It's really down to personal preference of how you want your players to move. I didn't even know I had Overmars in my team. That's how irrelevant his off-the-ball movement is, right? This card, wow, blessing in this team, right? Because he keeps moving constantly, right? If someone is playing with these super defensive tactics, right, that you need this off-the-ball movement for because then you're not going to score because it's such an overpowered tactic, it's not ideal to have players like Aguero. That's just my genuine opinion. Like, he gets himself in very generic positions to score opportunities. He doesn't utilize empty space quick enough, right? And again, that could have been because I was playing against that tactic because your attacking AI becomes completely stupid when you play against it. But it's still very noticeable there's certain aspects that the players were using and doing. Like, I would do better with a rare gold Neymar in the left mid position than Overmars because of the way Neymar moves around the pitch. It's just one of those things, dudes. So off the ball move with Aguero isn't great. Everything about the card, everything else about the card is perfectly fine. Everything is very, very noticeable in regards to all the stats that he gets improved in. But I just don't like his off-the-ball movement. It's not fast enough. It's not like Richarlison or Vardy. Like, Vardy is not as good as Aguero stats-wise, performance-wise in game, but has way better off-the-ball movement. I got to keep saying that because it's very, very important in FIFA, especially with this overpowered defensive tactic. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll try to get the review for Varane out. I will see you guys for the next video. I'm going to see if I can get Team of the Season Varane for you guys, okay? Bye. Love you guys.